Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Malone Downloader Kayak Carrier on our 2014 Toyota Prius V. Now, if you're looking for a way of getting those kayaks up on the roof of your vehicle, this can be a great option for you. Now, with the Malone Downloader, you're not getting in some of those higher end packages that you might see in some of those premium kayak carriers. However, we are getting a lot of nice tie-down features. So, if you're looking for a way of just getting a quick and easy way to actually get this up on our roof at the start of the morning and get going, this can be a great option for us. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at some of the specs. Right away, as you can see, we are able to strap this through. This strappage that does come included. We can actually get that sent through the bottom portion here, getting a nice good contact on our Malone Downloader and through here as well. So this is what's doing a great job about this, is that our strap can actually go through there. And on the other side, it does have another contact point that we can actually go through. And that just makes this strap really easy just to hang in there and be right where we want it when we actually get this loaded up. So if you're looking for a way of maybe, making a way to where you're not having a second pair of hands to really help you, this can really help alleviate some of those problems. Now, this also does come with included bow and stern tie-down points. However, as you can see up here, we just have a simple braided cord, and it just comes actually to this S-hook here. Now, you can just go ahead and take this S-hooks and hook somewhere into your frame or on the back of your vehicle, maybe the hitch or the front of the grill. However, you start running into a little bit of issues with that. Actually finding that frame contact can be a real pain. So what we've gone ahead today is we've actually gone ahead and kind of utilize a little bit of the etrailer kayak tie-down kit. Now, I recommend picking up the whole thing, as the kit itself comes with a lot of great straps. But as you can see, the main component we're utilizing is actually this padded anchor tie-down. Now, this is commonly referred to as a dog bone. As you can see, it's going to be doing a good job of getting some nice contact inside of here. So we can actually stick this underneath our frame, and as our hood comes down, we don't actually have to worry about our frame contact, our hook getting hooked into here or right here. We just have a nice easy way of actually shutting that whole hood like so. Then we can take our hook. As you can see, we've tightened it down a little bit, so it's gonna be a little hard for me to find it right here. But you can imagine, or maybe I can make it work here. As you can see, that way we get a nice little anchor tie down, and we're not having to fight for somewhere on our frame. Just makes it way easier. Now, with that etrailer kayak kit as well, it does come with a lot of great straps and a lot of great ways of actually protecting those cam buckles from it. Taking a look at the straps themselves on here, you can see we are getting a little bit of protection here. And again, this ratcheting system, very easy to use. You can see that these teeth in here just do a good job of actually keeping that from spinning out. And you can see we're getting just this kind of little pad on the back end, very thin though. It's gonna prevent any kind of rub damage against our kayak. I can see you having a little bit of issue if you're letting it get too loose, but it's still gonna do a decent enough job. But I definitely recommend checking out that etrailer kayak kit just to see about how well that's actually gonna do a good job, getting it nice and secure, and also protecting not only our cam buckle, but our kayaks as well. Now that we actually have the straps off, as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how we can actually take this down and potentially how you can put it up. So a great thing with these, you can see we are getting these long flanges right here. Gonna be doing a good job giving this a nice stable platform to hopefully help us get this up here. So just kind of coming underneath it, kind of getting the weight set on those as well. As we come through, we just wanna find our hand on the other side and walk it down like so. You can imagine if I wanted to get up there, get that weight set on those flanges, and then continue going up. It's really gonna help make that way simpler. Now, I'd also say Malone does also offer a load assist option that can actually go on here as well. However, you will need a little bit more of an overhang than the current bar system we have set up today. Definitely not too hard to get that set up though. You just pick up the longer bars, and hopefully that load assist is gonna help us, especially when we start getting in our heavier kayaks up in there, or if we're finding ourselves having to do it alone a lot of the time. I wanna give you guys a quick look of how we actually put these straps through. So first things first, we wanna run this tail end through that side of the hook, so we actually get our cam buckle in the position like so. And we take this extra strap, getting a little bit of room here. Then we'll actually take that in, run it through like so. And as you can see, you can follow it all the way through of actually how we've ran it. Now, why that's important, as you can see, we are gonna fit that kayak in like so. And as we tighten this down, it's gonna be doing a good job covering that entire kayak, all that pressure pushing against our J-style, making it a nice smooth system to actually get our kayak on the road with us. So, extremely easy to run that strap through, and to take it out is almost even easier. I really like this tie down point at the top. You can see doing a good job of holding that strap in. We're not gonna have any issues there at all. Let's go ahead and take that guy out. So again, extremely easy. I like those contact points as well because I'm not having to, have an extra hand, hopefully hold at the top. It's really easy too when you actually get that kayak up on there to throw that around the other side and approach it and kind of go through the other side to actually get it mounted up there. But taking a look at the cradles themselves, again, you can see the top here. That actually can move, so you can actually set it however you want. It's got just a little bit of resistance to it. So it's going to be doing a good job of getting us that top contact. As well as you can see that Malone does have just kind of like this foam underneath here, protected by this sleeve. I'm sure this sleeve we could take off and clean if we needed to. It's going to be doing a good job keeping kind of any of the debris and water off of this foam in here. So that way we're not having any deterioration as we go. Now another important thing with this is our dimensions to the top here. So going from the top of our roof rack here, and if we had this in its tallest position, looks like we're at 18 1/4 right to the top there. So definitely not going to be having too many issues at all with that clearance. However, we do have an easy way of reducing that. Before we get too over ahead of ourselves though, let's look at from our roof to the top, and then from the roof of our vehicle to the very top, looks to be about 23.5 inches. So definitely a little bit of length there, especially if we want to pull into McDonald's or somewhere. Definitely want to be able to reduce that, and that's actually where we can actually very easily utilize these teeth system here. So we just simply pop out one lever. As you can see, that's going to release it. We could drop it all the way if you really had to, but most commonly, you're going to be pulling it in just like so, and then collapsing it once again. You can do that a multitude of different ways. Getting this spun around and kind of on the bar. Makes for a nice, easy way to store. And you can see already reducing a lot of that height. If I went ahead and I looked from the top of our bar here, I'm gonna have to kind of get a rough estimate here. Look about 4 1/4, maybe 4.5 inches to the top of this post here. And from our roof of the vehicle, we can see that we're right at, go ahead and take it as close as we can, 10 1/4 to maybe, 10 1/2. So 10 1/2 being very liberal estimate there, as you can see. So definitely gonna be underneath that, really reducing a lot of that length, which is gonna be great. Again, maybe we just want to pull this in the garage. Now we won't have any clearance issues there either. It makes it very, very easy for actually get this in a nice storable position. However, the installation of this guy, definitely nothing too crazy. If I can get this guy popped off here. Well, he seems to be. Got him in a weird, kind of got him binded there. Accidentally pulled that while I was moving it. Just a little bit of issue. But if we take a look at the install itself, we can see that these knobs are extremely easy to use. We just have these little wing nuts here. They're going to be doing a good job of actually pulling themselves off, as you can see. And then that's actually going to expose our flange here. That flange makes it very, very easy to swing this out and pull it right off. So again, if you're looking for a quick installation, this is definitely one to do. You don't have to leave it on the roof all the time. However, that adjustable teeth make it really easy to actually just leave that on there, as we saw. And if I can get this started, again, very, very easy to run that up. As you can see, I can get this set where I need to. I can put it in more, I can pull it out. Extremely easy to adjust. And we just run this wing nut up once again, and it'll head and hold itself to it. Now, taking a look at the pads themselves, so we move over to this guy over here, you can see that we do have just a little bit of padding here. It's nothing crazy. It's almost a little hard on the bottom here. So you're not getting a lot of shock absorption. So if you're getting a lot of play there, you might start seeing your straps kind of come undone just a little bit. But that's only if we're having like severe terrain. If we're on the highway, definitely not going to have any issues there. I could just imagine, if we are going in the backwoods, might have a small issue with there. And again, that padding on this front face, near about the same. Definitely soft. You're going to get a lot of good, you're not going to have any kind of friction there. Not going to be damaging the paint or the, our kayak anyway, but definitely not getting a lot of that foam absorption you might see on some of those higher end models. Well, if you're looking for a way to get that kayak up on the road with you, I think it's gonna be a great option. Again, as you saw, that installation, extremely easy. We're getting a lot of good contact points as well. However, for me, I think if you're looking for a way of like really just kind of getting that single kayak up in there by yourself, this can be a great option. You're getting a lot of these contact points, what makes it really easy to get those straps set by yourself without a second pair of hands and make sure your kayak is appropriately attached. However, with the pads on this guy, if you're really looking for a way of making sure we're not having any damage to our kayak, I might recommend going a little bit higher up or making a different kayak carrier with a little bit better paddage. However, if you're only looking to go, every weekend, just really starting to get into kayaking, you're not too worried about how that kayak looks forever, this can still be a great option, and we know it's gonna get us to where we're gonna go. Well, I think that about does it for our look at the Malone Downloader Kayak Carrier on our 2014 Toyota Prius V. I'm Bobby, thank you for watching.